Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing really, really well today. I'm Michelle Legaly. I'm the creator of the Empaths and Sensitives Facebook group and a couple of other programs. And I want to welcome you inside our Facebook group. And also, we're streaming live on YouTube. So for everyone who's watching on YouTube, welcome. Everyone's allowed to go into the comments, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. The comments are available. I use this thing called StreamYard. And if you click on that link in the description, it'll let me see your name. So I can actually call you out by name and talk to you. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, of course, you don't have to do it. You can still put a comment. It'll just say Facebook user. And that's cool. How are you today? How's it going? Every single Tuesday we come on live, I come on live and we are hanging out together and we do some type of coaching, tip, training, tool, inspiration. This is all about empaths and sensitives because we're the healers, helpers, light workers, coaches, intuitives, psychics, mediums of the world. We want to help people, animals, the planet. There's probably other things we want to help with. I can't think of. I think it's our mission in life. And however you want to do your mission, whatever that looks like for you as the actions you take daily or the career you have, that's the beauty of life. It's up to you. I call myself an intuitive life coach, and that title doesn't totally fit who I am. And I don't think anybody's does because it's just a title. It's like one dimension and we are multidimensional. So if you're a feeler like me, you can never actually get a title that describes you exactly right. And I just decided it never will because it's a one-dimensional thing, trying to speak about a multidimensional being. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, if you're here with me live, say hi in the chat. I'd love to say hi back to you. Hi, Dawn. Good to see you. Paula, good to see you. Barb, good to see you. Jennifer, welcome. Okay, let's get going. Here's what we're doing today. Starting next Monday, we've got an entire training free called How to Becoming a Prosperous Intuitive Life Coach. I'm taking you through all the steps that I do and teach. Okay, and so today I just want to give you a quick overview of what we're going to do next week. And why do I do it? I really know that we sensitive souls are called to help people, and I'm sharing how I help people. If it resonates with you, come to the training, take the action steps, step into it and do it. Some of you are going to want to go even further, and at the end of or in the middle of the week, I'll be inviting you, telling you details about one of my programs. But if that's not even something you're interested in, come to the training. Each day, we're going to take steps together. Okay, awesome. Hi, Laura. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Okay, let's talk about the 3 key components to a profitable coaching business. Okay, I can tell I want to go off on tangents today about different things, but if you have questions, put them in the chat, but I'll try to stay on track and then I'll allow myself to go off track at the end. Okay, this would work for your coaching business, your life coaching business, intuitive life coaching business, your Reiki business, your intuitive reading business. I want you to, even if you don't call yourself a coach, whatever you are, you can plug these ideas into it. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. Number 1, become good at what you do. Become a really good or excellent coach. Become a really good Reiki practitioner. Become a really good, whatever you're doing. I'm trying to think of all the things. I was a teacher, like a 4th grade teacher for many years. I had to get training for that and go to college for that, right? And then what do you call it? It's been so long. Did my student teaching for 15 weeks every day. And then I became a good teacher. And then I taught for several years and I became a better teacher, right? Practice, 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 getting in the field and doing the work. Okay, what else? Hypnotherapy. I was fascinated with that after I had my own family and I was looking at different things. I went to training for that. And then I practiced. Same with coaching or Reiki or whatever you're into. You get the proper training and then you practice. Everything, you'll be okay at it at first. I was okay as a teacher or coach. And then as you do it more, you get better and better and better. And eventually you become a master teacher or a master coach or a master intuitive or whatever you call yourself. You will become a master. It comes with practice. Okay. Somebody said to me, Michelle, does becoming a master at something come with time? And I think yes, but you have control over the time. So I'll give you an example. For my hypnotherapy days, my goal was I wanted to hypnotize 100 people and see what kind of results we could get. That was in my mind. It could have taken me 3 years to do that. It could have taken me 2 years, but I wanted that in 1 year. So then I kind of had to reverse engineer and like, well, okay, how many people can I see a week? Does that make sense? So yeah, time is a factor to become really good at something, but we have a lot more control over that than we realize. Okay, you get to control that. Paula says, my confidence level has truly risen since learning about coaching and practicing. Paula, you are a joy to watch. You are a joy. I love it. I absolutely love you and having you in the program. Okay, I went on and on about coaching. No one's excellent right at first. Just get in the game, decide what kind of training you're going to get, and do the training and stick with it. You'll get good. And then after lots of good, you'll get better and better. And then you go to excellent mastery. That's just how it is. In the live training next week, starting on Monday, I'm going to go through all the pillars of what I do as a coach and what I teach my students. I'm going to give you each one. Okay? Okay. Step 2 or key number 2, build your coaching business or build your intuitive business. Switch out coaching if you call yourself something else. I think us as sensitive souls, we are really good at helping people and we have a lot of desire to learn how to help people. But I think most of us lack training and desire in building the business. Do you agree or disagree? We're just not wired. We're wired to help people. We're not really wired to learn how to market our businesses. Okay? But this is super important if you're going to become a prosperous coach or a prosperous anything. You have to learn how to build your business. You have to learn how to market your business. You have to learn how to deliver on your services in a way that gets people results. Okay? In the training next week, we're going to be going over that also. I'm going to teach you as much as I can in those days. I'm going to teach you, we're going to talk about pricing and packaging your services. I know I'm going to talk about how I built my first 6-figure coaching business working one-on-one with people. We need to talk about the money and the logistics of like, how do we actually make a living out of this? I don't think a lot of people talk about the truth behind it, but I think it's important, right? I'm not dissing anybody else's thing, anything anybody else is doing, but sometimes when I'm scrolling, I see people going, and I do it too. Build your 6-figure business. That's great, but we got to go behind the scenes, like pull back the curtain and go, how does this really work? How does this really work? Okay. And I want to do that next week. Okay. And number 3, get coaching. Get coaching for yourself, for your business, and for your future clients. Here's what I noticed. I noticed this again, I think it was in January or February. I was in a class and I was a student in a class, a coaching business class. And there was a woman in the class, and she had built her program. She was building a signature program, and she shared the price of the program. And when she shared the price of the program, she said, I mean, I would not pay this much money for this. And I thought to myself, we got a problem. We got a problem. Do you see how much inner conflict? You have to believe in your coaching. You have to believe in your pricing. It's okay to be wobbly. We got to start to have some inner alignment. If there's too much inner conflict, you won't succeed at it. We won't succeed at it. And I don't mean to be, I hope that's not a downer. I'm just trying to tell the truth. So here's what I've done for myself, and it works. This is one thing. I'll share more stuff in the challenge. If I want to raise my prices, I make sure I go out and get a coach and pay her at least the price I want to charge. I better be paying for someone at that price. Then something happens inside of me where it gives me the permission to charge for that, because I am a person who pays for that. Does that make sense? I truly believe I have to pay for it before I charge for it. Does that make sense? If I don't do that, I have too much inner conflict, and I do not attract clients without that inner alignment inside of me. I have never charged more than what I was willing to pay. I don't think ever. I have to really think about that, but I've never charged more than what I was willing to pay. In fact, I usually double what I'll pay someone and I will charge then about half. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but I need so much inner alignment inside of me that I feel like I know what I'm doing is worth it. I have to build those feelings inside of me. And I still have wobbles too on things, but for the pricing and charging, I have to get coaching on that. So, okay, I went on and on. I went off the rails there. Okay, what questions do you have? Do you agree with each piece, but do you agree with you need to get coaching? You need to be paying for it before you could charge for it? Now, it's not a law, right? Like, you could just charge for your services and have never paid for services. Just for me, it's out of alignment. I don't know why. It causes me inner conflict for some strange reason. Okay. What questions do you have? What questions? Michelle says, it's scary. I need the business building pieces. Yeah, we all do. Can anyone really build their coaching business by themselves? Maybe. I don't know them because they built their business by themselves. I only know people who get help. And it's like, why would you reinvent the wheel? You can save so much time and money, even though it doesn't feel like it, because you're paying for it, but you can save so much time and money following the plan and then tweaking the plan on what works for you. Okay, awesome. Confidence with training moves you into your best future with your business. That's what Kim said. It's so true. If you don't believe that you can actually help people, you won't build a business. There's too much inner conflict again, right? It takes bravery to like today. It takes bravery to go out and say, "Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. Here's, and actually help people the best you can." That doesn't come naturally to any of us. It's a skill. But like what Kim said, she's been training now. She has confidence in her coaching, and now she's building her business. And she's got enough confidence in her abilities as a coach that she actually has the momentum to start building her business because she believes in what she's doing and how she can help people. Okay. If you're wobbly in your coaching, just know that you're building the business probably won't happen. I feel like I'm being a negative Nancy today. I don't know why, I don't mean to, but I'd rather just be really upfront. I was this person. The person I was this person. So I'm just telling my story. Okay, what questions do you have? Michelle says, I keep signing up for trainings and I am working on where to focus. Okay, I can relate, Michelle. I think this is called shiny object syndrome, or maybe it's like grasping for straws. I'm going to try this. 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 And you just keep staying on the surface. And Michelle, I don't know if this is you, but it was me. It's me sometimes still today. I want you to pick one thing and I want you to go as deep as you can with it. It's like we keep trying to do these little sprints and trying to get the results of a marathon. Does that make sense? So I want you to pick a training, do it all the way, and see what kind of results you get. Okay? No more sprints. We got to learn how to run a marathon. And I guess that sounds yucky if you don't like marathons, and I don't run, but it's the truth. If you really think about the things in your life that have long-term lasting results, isn't it because you stuck with it, even in the hard times, the good times, the bad times? I'm thinking of like being with my husband, raising my family, building my business. Like I think about the things that are like have exponential growth and results now, and it's because I stuck with it in the long run. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm going on and on and on. Okay, awesome. Somebody just said, this is the first time ever considering doing this as a living. Have done so many things for free and felt depleted financially and emotionally. Need confidence. Okay, my eyes are watering. How many people can relate to that? Like this one hits me hard because it was me for a long time. I felt depleted financially and emotionally also, and physically. Physically I was ill, but I kept helping people, friends, family. Oh, I just do this to help people. It's just my friends and family. Da, 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 da. And I have a story I'll share with you next week. Like there was a breaking point for me though. I wanted to quit. I was just drained on all levels. And then I'll just tell part of the story. I hired a coach, like, when you're really depleted and you're like, screw it. I paid this woman a lot of money. I was so low, and she really helped though. It was one of the first time I paid for coaches, and she taught me how to charge for my services, and that I was drained emotionally and physically because I didn't want to do it for nothing anymore. Our services have more value and worth, and we don't have that energetic, emotional, financial energy exchange. We will feel the depletion financially, emotionally, and physically. Either one of those, two of those, or all of those. Okay? So the important thing to remember there is you have a desire to help people, and it's really important for you to understand that you need to learn how to create an equal energy exchange. You need to learn how to charge for your services, right? That's it. You are allowed to charge for your services. Many or most of us that are sensitive souls need help, coaching, and mentorship around charging for our services. We don't have enough mindset, energy, inner strength, and all that to do it on our own. Okay, we need help and support on that. Again, I'm not speaking for anybody else. It's just how I was. Somebody just said shiny objects and fear of missing out are killers. Yes. You know what? I've been looking at shiny object stuff because I have it too. It's my biggest way I sabotage myself. So I'll fall into shiny object, like, oh, that looks important. I should be looking at that for my business. Oh, that looks important. That certification, I need that. What I'm doing is I'm trying to distract myself from doing the work that would really move the needle in my life and business. It's so weird, this thing called resistance. I've been studying it in myself and others for so long, or not so long, many, many years. And it's like, it's a real thing, resistance. And it shows up as shiny object syndrome, fear of missing out, distraction, anxiety, depression, all the ways we stop ourselves from fulfilling our potential. And I really believe our potential is, at least in the people that I help, is to serve people, is to help them, is to coach them, to help them make their lives better in some way. I've seen it with myself when I'm actually helping clients and they tell me their lives are better or they're feeling better. There's no greater feeling of fulfillment I've ever felt than when someone says they're doing better with my help, or I've helped them do better, or someone says their life's better because I was involved with their life. I can't. It's either a problem, but I don't care. I love the feeling. The other feeling I can get now is I have students who are going out and serving people. And when they share their stories of how they're helping people, that's another hit to my life that creates so much fulfillment for me. There's no better life. I haven't had anything else in my life be greater than that. No offense to my husband, no offense to my kids, but it's a greater feeling. I feel like I'm living my life purpose. I want that for all of us who wants it. Yes, Paula. Yes, Jennifer. Awesome. Yes, Linda. So here's what Paula said, and Paula's in my intuitive life coaching program. I'll be sharing details about it next week. But Paula just says, that was me until I started working on me and all of my hidden blocks and now I'm able to lock on to one thing. Paula, you give me chills, and I forget some things, because where I am on my journey. And then you know how you're on your journey, maybe I'm just a few steps ahead of you, maybe in this arena. And like when you talk, it reminds me of like, oh yeah, that was so important. I forgot that piece. So I'm gonna go off the rails again. Are you guys okay with that? I had 3 pages of notes today that I'm not doing. How many of you actually have a desire to build a coaching business? Type me in the chat. Or type me or I do. Either one. How many of you actually have a desire to make a living or build a business? Or, I really want you to make a living out of this or make money from this. Type it in the chat. I did too. I do. And I did back then. Also back in the day. Good. Write it in the chat. I had that desire too. And it was almost like hidden inside of me. I don't know why I couldn't speak it, because I thought we were just supposed to serve people and not really worry about the money. But I had people that I hung out with that had the same mindset. Like, we're here to serve people. The money's not important. But a lot of us were like suffering financially, emotionally, energetically, physically. Like most of us were suffering. I thought something's not right here. So I had to, and I almost couldn't speak about that I wanted to make a living from this. It felt like taboo to speak about. So I moved out of that community and found a community of people who were charging for their services, and I had no weird inner resistance around it. And I learned their mindset and their energy. And I'm telling you, charging for our services creates more health, It creates more results for your clients. I'll talk about that next week. You'll create more financial health for you, wealth, physical health and wealth. There's so much more to that, okay? It's really, really important. On my journey to stepping into charging for my services, I had to uncover blocks about my worth and my value. They were very low, but my desire to make money brought up what Paula was talking about, those hidden gremlins, low self-value, self-worth. Who am I to do this? All that stuff gets forced to be put on the table when we start charging, and that's a good thing. So I guess my point is, your desire to charge for your services or your desire to build your business will bring up this stuff that's blocking you from building your business. All the wiggly niggly, the gremlins, the yucky stuff, the shadow stuff. It's exactly what we want to happen. So for years, I've been saying to myself, I chose to build a coaching business. That's what my conscious mind wanted, but it was like personal growth and development on steroids. So much of the stuff, my shadow stuff, came up on my journey to building my business. So I was building my business and I was healing my shadow pieces, or I don't know if they're healed, bringing them into the light and rethinking them or loving them or telling them I love them. Just something, some form of transformation was happening at the same time. And as we heal these pieces or look at them or shine light on them, that's what it takes to actually build the business. Does that make sense? I went off the rails. I definitely have the feeling that charging for spiritual work is taboo. Yeah, Laura. We need a new mindset for that. Okay? It's not black and white. It's not yes or no. It's not the only truth. So it's spiritual to charge for spiritual work. It's taboo to charge for spiritual work. Like, that all needs to be looked at. Okay? Because if you have that feeling within you, that's going to stop you from making money with your spiritual work, which is kind of weird because you'll get so depleted with your spiritual work that you won't do it anyway, because the energy exchange is off. You'll be drained. Okay? It's weird because then you won't do your life's purpose if you don't address these beliefs. Yes, charging opens up the shadows. Beautifully said. I've been working on this for about a year and made myself a 3-year plan. This first 2 years, I'm focusing on working on myself and learning. And then the last year, I would focus on business and legal aspects of running a business. Annie, that's awesome. And if that feels in alignment with you, great. I'm going to challenge you right now. Reject this if you don't like it. Why does it have to take 3 years? Like, why? And if you just say, because that feels right to me, perfect. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm not waiting 3 years to build my business. Do you know where you could be in 3 years with your business if you started soon? So I tell my people in my program, we're going to become excellent coaches and build your business. And we're going to do the inner work along the way in a year. We're doing all of that in a year. Okay, I'm going on and on and on. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm going to read one more. I often felt that in my community that they think of me as being someone crazy and off the rails to begin with, but yet they come to me with their problems and solutions. And I do have a money taboo thing because I thought we were placed here to help the world, help people, help the world heal. Yeah. Okay. So you've got some inner conflict around that. Okay. You've got some, and you guys, this isn't right or wrong. There's people who truly believe you're supposed to go out into the world, heal and help and serve and not charge. And that's true for them. And then there's people who believe you should go out into the world and do your thing and charge a little. And that's true for them. And then there's people out there who believe you should charge, and it's all relative, right? And that's true for them. And there's people who are charging a lot, and that's true for them. It's all true to the people who believe it. We have to figure out, or you have to figure out what's true for you. For me and my business, I go with my desire. I have a desire for my business to make X amount of dollars. I just have that desire. I'm not going to shame it. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to explain it. It's just the desire I have. And I know that that desire is really just the dangling carrot for me to heal anything inside of me, to become more of who I'm meant to be. That's it. That's how I see it these days. Okay? So whoever said that before, I want you to start thinking that there's a lot of truths there and which is true for you. I want you to try different things on for size. You know, the last time I did this challenge, I talked with a lot of people on private calls, and there were a lot of people triggered by me challenging them to charge for their services. And so we've got, like, I don't want to say 2 strikes against us, but I don't know what else to say. Number one, we are sensitive souls. We're healers. So we already have some beliefs about we are meant to serve and not be concerned with charging. So we already have some kind of limit there. And then we are women. And I know I'm just probably limiting myself, but in our society, women make less than men. I don't know, you guys call me out in the chat if I'm going the wrong way with this. But like, I was thinking about this the other day. My husband used to make more than me. When I thought about my family members, the males made more than the females. When I think about my friends, the males make more. Almost everyone in my bubble in my life, the men make more than women. And it was the norm. It's the norm. So we even have that weird thing happening with us. So just know that we've got limits that we really need to look at and decide if they're true for us moving forward. We have the opportunity to change those if we want. And you're allowed to want anything you want. You're allowed to want anything you want. If you say to me, Michelle, I want to make $100 a month as a coach, I really want that. I'm going to say, great, let's figure out how to get you there. If you say to me, Michelle, I want to make $1,000 a month, I'm going to say, great, we got to figure out how to get you there. Michelle, I want to make $5,000 a month as a coach. Great. Michelle, I want to make $10,000 as a coach. Great. I want to make $100,000 as a coach a month. Great. It doesn't matter. The universe doesn't. It's just a number, right? Just think about when I said $100, $10,000 a month, 100. Just think about what was going on inside of you. Some of you may have had feelings of like, heck no, I don't want that, or I could never do that. See how we create the limits. We create the limits. Okay, we went off the rails, people. Okay, here's what's happening next week. So, we're going to get into all this. I'm going to go through coaching pillars and what it takes to become a really good coach. I'm going to go through the business of coaching, and then you're going to get coaching next week. We are going next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we've got the 5-day challenge, but we're also going to be doing lots of bonuses. I think 4 days of bonuses. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's it. We're doing bonuses. So please come and get coaching. Like I'm going to hold nothing back. Just like today, I don't know, maybe you think I went off the rails. I'm going to give you all I got in the time we have together. Okay. So come pretend like this training that you paid a lot of money for it. Like if that's important to you. For me, if I spend money on something, I pay attention to it. You've heard that saying, people who pay attention. So pretend like you paid for this training, and you are paying for this training with your time. So show up, stick with me in the live training, take the action step I give you every day, lean in, participate. We even have a support coach for every single person who registers for the challenge. You actually have access to a support coach to ask any questions, to get help. We have a workbook. You can ask for the workbook. Make sure you get a copy of the workbook. We are going to support you for the entire challenge. Use it, get the coaching, and see what kind of results you can get. Okay, how long is the training each day? It's every day, noon to 12:30, just like today. Every single day, Eastern time. So 12 to 12:30 Eastern every day, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 30 minutes. Yes, somebody just said signing up. So excited. Awesome, Michelle. If you want to sign up, Sharon is here right now, and Kim, there's a few other people who have the link. They will make sure you get the link. For those of you who I've heard from people that said, I didn't get a support coach yet. Our support coaches are going to have already reached out to those of you who signed up in Messenger. So make sure you check your Facebook Messenger. You know how if you get a new friend request, I don't know if it's a friend request, but if you get a message request, you have to go to that little button. I don't see them either easily. I have to go to my homepage, check request, then I press it, and then I can see all the messages I got. So go right now, check Messenger, and see if your coach reached out to you. And I mean it. Like, get as much out of it. I want to see if you get results, if you have moved the needle in your life, in your business, and in your coaching through the 5-day challenge. I'm going to give you everything I got. Okay. I hope this was helpful. We went on and on and on today, but it's so important. The topic is really important. Okay. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you next week on the challenge.